Evenings in Paris have always carried a charm that speaks directly to the soul, but that particular evening felt different. Aiza was seated inside the grand library of the University of Paris, surrounded by books, bathed in the golden hue of the setting sun, filtering through the tall glass windows. The Eiffel Tower gleamed in the distance, and the quiet rustle of pages was the only sound around her as she searched for a rare research book for her thesis. "Would you like some help finding that?" A voice broke the silence gently. Was Talha, a French Pakistani student who had joined the university just a few months ago. With sincere eyes, a calm voice, and a graceful demeanor, he stood beside her holding a book she had been searching for. She looked up, smiled lightly, and said, "Thank you. That's very kind of you." What seemed like a simple moment was, in fact, the beginning of something quietly extraordinary. Their friendship blossomed slowly, like spring creeping into the corners of a Parisian street. Talha and Aiza spent time together in cozy cafés near Montmartre, strolled down the Seine river sharing their dreams, and often lost themselves in conversations inside the Louvre's quieter wings. Aiza had a passion for art. Talha had a love for philosophy. Their perspectives were different, but their souls found comfort in one another. As the weeks passed, Talha felt something changing within him. He began noticing the way Aiza laughed, the way she pushed a strand of hair behind her ear while reading, how she spoke of her dreams with eyes wide open. His heart, once quiet, now beat faster in her presence. He had fallen for her, not loudly, but deeply, a love that grows from friendship brings with it an unspoken fear. What if I tell her and lose even this? Talha never said anything. He remained the same, steady, kind, and always there, but his silence was starting to feel heavy. On one rainy evening, as they walked together through the Latin Quarter without an umbrella, Aiza laughed as water soaked her scarf and her hair stuck to her face. "Talha, we must be crazy. Who roams around Paris in the rain like this?" He just smiled, watching her, storing the moment forever in his heart. Graduation drew closer. Life was about to pull them in different directions. One day, Aiza fell seriously ill. Talha stayed with her at the hospital through the night, watching over her while she slept. When she woke up, her tired eyes met his, sleepless yet filled with something unspoken. And for the first time, Aiza felt his presence as something far beyond friendship. On graduation night, while students celebrated in the university hall, Aiza looked around for Talha. She found him sitting quietly in a corner, holding an envelope in his hand. He didn't say a word. He simply walked over, handed her the envelope, and left. Hands trembling, she opened it. "Greater than Aiza, this friendship has been the most beautiful gift of my life. But if you allow, I'd like it to become something more. I know I've never said it aloud, but if you've heard anything in my silences, then know this. Every beat of my heart belongs to you." Tears welled in her eyes. She ran through the streets toward the café they often met at, their quiet little table under the warm light. Talha was already there, 2 cups of coffee in front of him, as if he knew she'd come. "Talha!" Her voice trembled. "Yes?" He stood up slowly, his eyes searching hers. "This friendship, it can never end." But somewhere along the way, it stopped being just friendship. "Without you, nothing feels complete." There were no grand gestures, just a silence full of understanding, a gaze that said more than 1,000 words. In that moment, friendship quietly bloomed into love. Years later, on the rooftop of their small apartment overlooking the Eiffel Tower, they sat side by side under the stars. The city lights shimmered below, and life had woven itself into a tapestry of shared laughter, struggles, and quiet victories. Talha held her hand and said, "Paris didn't just give us dreams. It gave us the courage to live them." Aiza smiled, leaned her head on his shoulder, and whispered, "We had peace and friendship. But love made life whole,